Which, who is this again? I'm sorry.
Jody at the University of Idaho.
Awesome. Okay, so I left a message for a few people. That's why I was asking. So I just had a few questions. So I'm a professor at Holy Family and at Camden County College, and I'm also a doctorate student at Rowan University. So I have like hundreds of students, and we're psychology. So we talk about different cases and things like that. So I have students literally emailing me, like asking me questions. Like people seem really, really distraught. And there's a petition going around about tomorrow, and nobody knows where it has to go to, and they're asking me questions and I don't know how to answer them. So I wanted to call to see like if you could help me. Like help me in the fact like what would like if I was a student and I was asking you like why is this necessary? What should I be telling my students? I just don't want to give the wrong information.
Sure. So, the University of Idaho, since we were given the house early last year, we have not made it a secret that our intention was to demolish that house and continue to consider that as we went through the year. And in our conversations with the attorneys involved in the case and with our community, our students, our employees, and our greater community, everyone agreed that now was a good time for this house to come down to continue in the next step of healing. Not forgetting, but healing and moving forward.
So I guess my only concern about that is because I'm also a victim of my best friend was murdered when we were 29. And one of the things that I know is that no matter every time I have to drive past that place, I remember my friend, like whether the house was standing or not. So I guess my question is why, like, does it have to be tomorrow? Like, why can't it be in 6 months or after the trial?
I'm sorry to hear about your friend. That's horrible. As I said, we really think now is the best time. In our latest conversation with the prosecuting attorney, he has, well, maybe, can I just read you the last communication from him? It might be helpful.
Please do.
So he writes to the university. First he says, thank you to all the UOI folks for your help. We have confirmed with the prosecution team members, attorneys, and lead investigators that we anticipate no further use of the 1122 King Road premises. Based on our review of Idaho case law and current conditions of the premises, the current condition of the premises is so substantially different than at the time of the homicide that a jury view would not be authorized. We appreciate the UOI's help in facilitating the investigators gathering the necessary measurements, etc., to enable creation of illustrative exhibits that should be admissible and helpful to the jury.
Oh, okay, so that was a little bit helpful. So what they're saying is that even if it was to remain standing, that they wouldn't be able to go in it regardless? Is that like because of all the chemicals and stuff that they had to use? Is that what they mean?
I don't know exactly what they mean by...
Oh, yeah, I don't mean like exactly.
I haven't been in there, and I'm not part of the investigative team, but
Gotcha.
All I know is what he's telling us is he is very clearly stating that they couldn't use it even if it did stay up. Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess I'm just like, I just feel bad. I don't know. I just don't know what the big rush is.
No, I mean, there's definitely a lot of emotion around it, and we can certainly fully appreciate that. As with everything, every decision that's been made, since this horrible, horrible incident, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just, you do the best you can with what you've got.
No, I hear you. What about the families? Like, were they able to, like, voice their opinion? Because I know a lot of them are out there saying that they didn't, like, I know one of the families wanted it destroyed, but the rest of them, I thought did not. So do they take that into consideration just out of curiosity?
Yeah, that was definitely part of the conversation as I understand it.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm trying to think of all the things that my students are going to ask.
There's just a lot of emotion, and we've been in contact with the families, with 3 of the families directly, and then one through their attorney from the get-go, and communicate with them regularly.
Okay, and did they get, were they notified sooner than the rest of us?
Yes.
Okay, a lot sooner?
Not substantially, but yes.
Okay. I was just wondering because I didn't know if they were given enough time to like, protest it in some sort, like in the courts, things like that. I was just wondering. And then also, you said something about that it might be admissible, like some of the other things. What if it's not? I mean, I know that you can't really say, but did I hear you correctly? Did you say that it might be admissible, the other stuff?
He writes that it should be admissible and helpful to the jury.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay. All right. And we have a petition that has like almost 10,000 signatures. Who would we send that to stop it?
You're welcome to send that to president at uidaho.edu.
At where? I'm sorry, I want to write that down.
President.
Right, the email. What would the email be?
President at uidaho.edu.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm going to do that right now.
All right.
Thank you for calling me back. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.